So, guys, we are back and we are asking the question: Austin Butler's terrifying blockbuster role proves that it could be the perfect casting for a villain for the Batman 2. Do we think that that's a possibility? That's the question. Do we think that Austin Butler could play a terrorizing, terrifying villain in the Batman Part 2? And after seeing him in Dune Part 2, after seeing him in Elvis, probably not. And the Sahara Chronicles, probably not. But because he's a fantastic actor, after seeing him in Dune 2, yes, I believe that Austin Butler could deliver a chilling performance as he did do in Dune Part 2. So let's get into it from Screen Rant on the Geekly Media. So it says here that the villain for the Batman Part 2 has yet to be announced, but Austin Butler's recent performance proved he'd be the perfect casting choice for one terrifying member of the Dark Knight's rogue gallery. The antagonistic of the sequel to Matt Reeves' Batman film has lofty expectations to meet, obviously after Paul Dano's The Riddler, and a little bit of the Joker as well from Barry Keoghan. And we know that was only short played, but a terrifying one. Hard to look at as well, even though it was through the glass. And so there are many rumoured villains of the Batman Part 2, including Clayface, Joker, Mr. Freeze, but Matt Reeves has remained quiet about the sequel's details. That's because he probably hasn't finished writing the script yet. Reeves' Batman's universe is set in more grounded versions of Gotham, which means whatever villain he chooses will be more of a realistic and serious version of the character. The director also has to pick the perfect person to play the next Batman foe, and he should consider Austin Butler, as his performance of Doom Part 2 was electrifying. Yes, that is correct. That comes to us from Screen Rant, and they're just commenting on should Austin Butler be in the next Batman Part 2. I'm not going to lie, I would be absolutely over the moon if Austin Butler was considered as the next villain of the Batman Part 2. Like I say, it was a big part of Doom 2. The fact that how he played that role was truly amazing. And coming from Elvis as well, really, really shows that he's a diverse actor and he's got a lot of range in his acting ability. We know that some actors kind of like play the same person. Like you could never see like The Rock play someone like Austin Butler, someone as Austin Butler did in Doom Part 2, or someone like Kevin Hart. They always tend to kind of like stay in the lane and playing the same, similar, somewhat character. But Austin Butler really, changed it. He went from north to south from being Elvis to being a perfect villain in Doom 2. And so I guess the question comes into play: who could Austin Butler play as a dark villain in the Batman Part 2? Well, as it says here, that possibly there's rumours of Clayface, Joker, although that's already for Barry Keoghan, but Mr. Freeze as well. So there are only a few there, but there are many other characters, Batman villains that Austin Butler could play. But it does pick out Clayface and Mr. Freeze. It depends how Matt Reeves does Mr. Freeze. We've seen Mr. Freeze from Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Gotham series as well, which was a little bit more realistic than the Arnold Schwarzenegger version. But I can't see Matt Reeves implementing a Mr. Freeze or really a Clayface. Unless he does the Clayface different. Unless he does the Clayface like that actually can't transform into somebody else, like the character Clayface, but, puts on different masks or somehow does something just to change his face in order to be Clayface, and being able to change into different characters in the way that he acts, in the way that he puts his prosthetic face on, and things like that. That's the only way really I could see him doing Clayface, because this is ultimately a real world Batman, and I don't think no superpowers and super abilities are involved in this universe. So, and as regards to Mr. Freeze, could they create a gun that freezes people? Yeah, I guess they could, but then a guy that needs to survive in -40 and needs a suit on to survive because the way that his body reacts to just the normal warmth of the air, or even like 3 degrees or something, it still would be too warm for Mr. Freeze. So I can't really see him doing Mr. Freeze in that way, and it's hard for me to think about how he's going to be able to do that. It seems to me the Clayface, or even I don't know. I don't think he'd probably play off as the Joker because, like I say, but it probably could be a good Joker, to be honest with you. Austin Butler probably could play a good Joker, but would that sort of like conflict with the end of, or the extra cutscene of the Batman Part 1? I don't know. But to be honest with you, if I had to choose in Austin Butler or Barry Keoghan as the Joker, I would definitely pick Austin Butler after seeing him in Doom. I would. I really would. So, those are my thoughts on that. Let's see who else he could play. Let's have a look on Screen Rant here. Victor Zsasz was the lead of an international company who had a massive fortune along with his family's wealth after his parents died. And Zsasz turned to gambling, where he eventually lost everything after losing to the Penguin. So, Victor Zsasz, he could play Victor Zsasz. He would be a good Victor Zsasz, to be honest with you. Really good Victor Zsasz. And, so that we're just spitballing here on just a few characters that Austin Butler may get the opportunity to play, whether Matt Reeves has him in the role or not. But it would be absolutely awesome, and I would love to see that. What do you guys think about this? Do you think you would like to see Austin Butler in the Batman Part 2 as a villain? If so, let me know in the comments below. We can talk about it. But yeah, give me a weather for Austin Butler as a villain in Batman Part 2. I don't care who it is. I just really want to see him in the role and really flesh out that dark side of him that he had in Doom Part 2. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments below. For now, like and subscribe to the Decoy Media channel. I would really appreciate that. See you later.